Hello Stellar friends, it's Amber here and welcome back to another lesson. Today we are learning how to play Everything I Own by Bread. The song is a heartfelt reminder to appreciate and to love the people in our lives while we still have the chance. In today's lesson, I'm going to walk you through the chords, the strumming pattern, and the intro picking. So grab your guitar, get comfortable, and let's dive in. So the first thing you're going to want to make sure is that your guitar is in standard tuning. And then the second thing is that we're going to be needing a capo for this lesson. Now to play the song in the original key, you are going to need to place your capo into the 7th fret on your guitar. Now I just find this really tough to play some of the chords because the frets are really close together. So what I'm going to suggest for the lesson, we're going to be placing the capo into the 5th fret. This is going to give us a little bit more space in terms of the fret size, and it's also going to suit my vocals a little bit better than if the capo was up on the 7th fret. So now that we're set up with that capo in the 5th fret, let's go ahead and take a look at the verse. So the chords we're going to be needing, we have a D major. Next up we need a D major 7, and for this chord we can take our first finger and we're just going to be barring it over the G, the B, and the E string in that 2nd fret. And we can strum from the D string down. We're also going to need a B minor chord. And for this song, I like to just play an easy B minor. But you are welcome to play the full bar chord if you would like to. We also need a G major chord. The next chord we need is a G minor 6. Sounds a bit complicated, but it's not too tricky. What you're going to do is hold your G major chord shape, and you're just going to take your first finger and you're going to move it back by 1 fret. So it's going to be squeezing down the A string in the 1st fret. So the note you're wanting to get. So we have a regular G, and then a G minor 6. And the final chord we need for the verse is an A major. So now that we have those chords under our fingers, let's take a look at the chord sequence that we're needing to play in the verse. So the chords will be up on the screen, and you're going to notice that we have an 8 chord sequence, and it's going to be starting on that D major, and we're going to be playing 2 strums on each of the chords. So we have D for 2 strums, 1, 2, switch, D major 7. Now we're going to go to our B minor, and this is why I like playing the easy version of a B minor, because we basically really set up for that transition coming from that D major 7. Back to a D chord. We're then going to have our G for 2 strums, G minor 6 for 2 strums, D, and to A. And that chord sequence is going to be repeated again in every single verse. So let's try that again without any pauses, taking it from the very start. 2, 3, 4. D. D major 7, B minor, D major, G, G minor 6, to the D, to the A, repeat. D. You gave my life to the B minor and the D. You set the G chord, G minor 6. You set the D to the A. And quite frankly, that is as easy as all the verses are going to be. We're keeping it really simple with just those 2 down strums on each of the chords. Something else that you'll notice that I'll be doing in the strum along at the end of this lesson is I play the verses quite softly. I don't play with a very strong strum. I kind of keep it very... You sheltered me from harm. You kept me warm. You kept me warm. kind of keeping it very tender. And then when we get into the pre-chorus and the chorus, that's where the song kind of is going to come to life. So without further ado, let's jump into checking out the pre-chorus. So the chords will be flashed up on the screen in the right order. We have E minor to a G to the A, and then an A sus4 chord. We have two options here. You can either scoot your ring finger into the 3rd fret on the B string. The other option is to just continue holding an A chord and adding your pinky into that 3rd fret on the B string. It's really up to you what's more comfortable. Okay, so that's the order of the pre-chorus, and you're going to repeat that chord sequence twice. Now the strumming pattern is going to just kind of come alive a little bit here, and it's going to sound like this. Down, 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 up. And we're going to count this 1, 2, and a. And each chord is going to get one round of that pattern. So I'm going to play it nice and slowly for you, starting on the E minor. Down, 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 up, G, A sus4, repeats, E minor, G to A, and we're going to leave off that A sus4 on the 2nd round of the pre-chorus. Okay, so let's play through the whole pre-chorus a little bit faster. I'm going to add some singing context. Here we go. The finest years I ever knew were all the years I had with you. Okay, not too difficult, not too bad. Quite a nice progression coming from the verse. So the song was really building up quite nicely. And then we're going to be jumping into the chorus. So the chorus, let's take a look at the chords first. They will be flashed up on the screen for you. And we're going to be having a combination of all the chords we've already learned in the song. So we have our G chord to the D, E minor, and A. Give up the D, E minor, and A. The G chord to the D, E minor, and A sus4. Okay, so as you can see, very repetitive, G, D, E minor, A, that gets played a couple of times. And then we get to the very last two chords. We have a G with a star and a D with a star. Now, in the song, I think what they do is they play a couple of down strums, just to have you back again. Okay, now what I'm going to be doing in the strum along is kind of just keeping all the G's with a star the same, and it's going to be a 1 and 3. Okay, 1 and 2 and 3, back again. And on the D chord, you're going to notice I'll be playing a little bit of a riff. And I'm going to be teaching that to you a little bit later on in the lesson. So for now, just try and get the rhythm down for the strums. 1 and 2 and 3. Bum, ba-dum. Okay, 1 and 2 and 3. 1 and 2 and 3. And the strumming pattern that we're going to be playing in the chorus is building on the pattern from the bridge. So the bridge's pattern was down, 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 up. The chorus's pattern is going to be down, 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 up. Are we going to count that? 1 and 2 and a. And each of the chords is going to get that. 1 and 2 and a, 1 and 2 and a, down, 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 up, down, 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 up. So if we try that from the very start with the G. 2, 3, 4. D, E minor, and A. Give up my life, my heart, my home. Down, 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 up, D chord, E minor, and A sus4, just to have you back again. All right, or Doesn't matter, you can play the strumming part, you can do the picking part. If you're not comfortable with the picking, then you can just use that strumming rhythm instead. Okay, next up we have the bridge. And the bridge is going to be introducing two new chords that we haven't yet played in the song. This is like a regular G chord, except we're not squeezing down the high E string or that B string. Okay, we're going to just have those strings ringing open. We're just squeezing down the A and the low E string. And then we have a C chord, just a regular C major. Now the bridge is going to take on a simplified strumming pattern again. We're going to kind of bring it back down. It's going to kind of echo what we were doing in the verses. And we're just going to play down strums. Instead of just 2 down strums on each chord, we're going to do 4 down strums on each chord. So let's add some singing from the B minor. Is there someone you know, you're loving them so? G major 7. Taking them all for granted. E minor, you may lose them one day. G takes them away. And the C chord, 2 strums on A. We're just doing 2 strums on that final chord in the bridge because it leads us into the chorus again. In this part of the lesson, we're going to be learning that beautiful riff that we hear played in the very beginning of the song and scattered throughout the song as well. This riff is going to revolve around a D major chord. Remember, we are still playing with our capo on the 5th fret. So our D major chord, what we're going to be doing is just lifting up some fingers and doing some hammer-ons and playing some pull-offs as well. So here is a demo of what we'll be looking at today. Let's quickly talk about the rhythm. What we'll be doing is counting it like this. 1 and 2 and 3E and a 4E and a. 1 and 2 and 3E and a 4E and a. 1 and 2 and 3E and a 4E and a. So the first 4 counts, we have a D major chord. We're going to be picking out the D string. We're going to then pick out the G. And then you're going to strum the B and E string, coming back to the G string. So we have 1 and 2 and. I would say that's the easiest part of the riff. 1 and 2 and. So just practice getting that under your fingers first. 1 and 2 and. The next section, which is the 3E and a 4E and a. We're going to be taking our pinky and placing it into the 3rd fret on the high E string. And we're going to be pulling it off so that we hear that 2nd finger, which is squeezing down the 2nd fret on the high E string. So that's our 3E and a. We just pick out the B string and the G string. 3E and a. And I'm doing all up picks for this section. So from the start, one and 2 and 3E and a. The last 4 notes, we take our middle finger off of the strings. We're going to play an open E and then hammer on with that finger again, before picking out the B string and the G string. All up picks. It's really beautiful, very melodic. So if it is sounding a little bit rough at the moment, maybe you're not quite getting any sound from those hammer-ons and pull-offs, try to slow it down. Also try to just isolate the areas that are difficult. If you're only struggling with this part, then don't keep playing the first 4 notes. If that sounds good, then just isolate the part that you're struggling with. Now that entire riff in that first bar is going to be repeated in the second bar. So if you can play the first bar, then you're golden, you can play the entire riff. So in total, it's going to sound like this. What we'll be doing next is a full playthrough. Now, just a reminder that for the playthrough, I am going to be using a capo on the 5th fret. The reason for this is it's better suited for my voice, and it's a little easier because the frets are spaced out a little bit wider. However, if you wanted to play the song in the original key, you would need to take your capo and place it in the 7th fret and just play the song exactly as we've learned it. You can still play the riff. Okay, so it still would work, but as you can see, the frets are so close together that it is kind of uncomfortable to play some of those chords, specifically the B minor chord. We just don't have that much space. So by moving the capo back just, 2 frets to that 5th fret, there's a little bit more breathing room. And that is the reason why I've chosen to teach this lesson with the capo on that 5th fret. So join me for a full playthrough. Here we go. A 1, 2, 3, 4. You sheltered me from harm, kept me warm, kept me warm. You gave my life to me, set me free, set me free. The finest years I ever knew were all the years I had with you, and I would give anything I own, give up my life, my heart, my home. I would give everything I own just to have you back again. You taught me how to love, what it's of, what it's of. You never said too much, but still you showed the way, and I knew from watching you. Nobody else could ever know the part of me that can't let go, and I would give anything I own, give up my life, my heart, my home. I would give everything I own just to have you back again. Is there someone you know, you're loving them so, but taking them all for granted? You may lose them one day, someone takes them away, and they don't hear the words you long to say. I would give anything I own, give up my life, my heart, my home. I would give everything I own just to have you back again, just to touch you once again. Well done for making it through this entire lesson. I really hope that you enjoyed learning how to play Everything I Own by Bread. If you did enjoy the lesson, please could I ask you to take 2 seconds, give this lesson a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and turn that notifications bell on so that you never miss any lessons that I release in the future. Thank you again for jamming with me today, and I cannot wait to see you in another lesson very soon. Have a wonderful day. Be blessed. Bye.